off we go from Las Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team. I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
O'Connell to throw on second down. It's caught here by Adams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. No, defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Off the play fake. O'Connell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has. Quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Rudolph's throw complete to Freiermuth. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, this is Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Oh, look at this play call. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap. Opens up some avenues for their offense, and if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now it's Rudolph. That's swung out wide to Harris. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Rudolph going to do it himself, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I saw you nodding your head in approval at that decision to go for it. You liked it.
I love aggressive coaches. I love when they decide to go for it. And in this case, even if they don't get it, you're turning the ball over to a team that's going to have to go 99 yards to put in the end zone the opposite way. I like your odds.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Raiders nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now O'Connell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And O'Connell now to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
O'Connell back to the air on second down. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. To the air again with O'Connell. He finds Mayer here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now it's O'Connell. It gets it right back to Mayer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. O'Connell throwing, 3rd and goal. And he comes back with one complete. That pass play good for 7. But up a 4th and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They go with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs takes it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Oh, design run for their wideout. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Reports. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Rudolph throwing on second down. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the shotgun, O'Connell. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense... Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Throwing, O'Connell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. Davante Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 88 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Rolling to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll toss to Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Rudolph. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to it. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And they'll go on the ground. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Malcolm Kuntz able to run it down for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Throwing on first down, O'Connell. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's O'Connell. That's caught by Myers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
They'll try the end around with Robinson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're out of the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
And they'll run it here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now Rudolph with his first throw in OT. Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they'll go on the ground. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium.